here is the issue with spirituality. It's very subjective. We all have subjective experiences in life as people, but we all also have common things we can all relate to. The feelings of anger, sadness, depression, loneliness. But with spirituality, I've noticed it's very subjective, even if you're on the same spiritual path. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I experience reality currently from the non-dual point of view. But this might not even resonate with you if you're into non-duality. That's why I say it's highly subjective. Also, if you're starting this path, don't think you need to try to see reality as I'm currently seeing it. As Sri Ramakrishna says, however many people there are, that's how many paths there are to God or enlightenment. Your spiritual path, spiritual quest is going to be totally unique to mine. There might be some similarities, but we're all unique individuals. So, where am I at on the spiritual path? And how do I view reality currently? Here's what's happened to me over the years. I came to these teachings feeling like I'm a separate person in a separate world. That's our default state of viewing reality, isn't it? I was born, I'm living, I'm going to die. I'm trying to gain things from the world for happiness. I'm trying to avoid suffering. This is most people's state of being. This is most people's state of mind. This is how their mind is modeled through thinking and conditioning. No problem. When you're exposed to these teachings for long enough, you're told about the witness state of being. That you are not the world, which you don't think you are anyway, but you're also not the body, the mind. You must have heard these kind of teachings if you're into spirituality, non-duality. You are told you're the pure witness of all experience. The longer you contemplate these teachings, the more you do self-inquiry, you'll get it. You realize, yes, I am nothing I experience. The best way you can look at this is, as I always say, like in a dream. It gives you the feeling that everything that's happening in this reality is like a dream, but you're outside of the dream, watching it. So this person you think you are is just a dream character that you're the pure witness of. Whatever this character does, meditates, tries to practice mindfulness, tries to be a good person, messes it all up and go, damn, I'm not spiritual. You're the witness of all that. This is what these teachings slowly get you to. There is an issue with these first two, though. In the first view of reality, there is duality, isn't there? Imagine duality. You feel like, I'm a person here, but nothing here. This is duality. And this way of viewing reality causes the most suffering. Because you feel just limited to this. And there's so many things trying to take happiness from you, try to cause you suffering. You know, it's very limited. When you feel like the witness, when you flip your mind into that state of viewing reality, it's a lot more peaceful. You're a lot more unaffected. But here's the issue I've noticed with this state, the witnessing state. You can feel detached. There is still duality there. You feel detached. You go from feeling I'm this person and detached from everything else to even this person's not me. Total detachment. This is good when things go wrong in life, and I'll get more into that later. Dealing with the feelings of love are hard. It's like you have a feeling of love, but you feel detached from all experience. There's something about it, it's just not right. But it feels a lot better than the I'm a separate person in a separate world state. So in any case, you may experience the witness state. And a lot of people stay in the witness state. And if you stay there for the rest of your spiritual path, fine. But here's the final state I found. Realizing you're nothing you experience, but ultimately you're everything you experience. Again, just like in a dream. The dreamer is totally transcendent of the dream, yet immanent within the dream. The dreamer can confidently say, I was not in that dream when they wake up. I wasn't in that dream. But at the same time, the fabric of the dream is made from their mind. So they were in the dream in a sense. They transcend the dream, yet immanent in the dream. Once that clicks in your mind, once you realize this reality is exactly the same, you start feeling one with all reality. This feeling of separation goes. And all that love you held in your heart, which you felt like, when you're a separate person, you felt like, I can only use this love for me and things I claim to be me, my family, my possessions. Or when you're in the witness state and you're feeling love, but you feel detached from all experience, there's a feeling of, I have love, but nothing here's me. I'm the witness of all of it. See, there's an issue. When you flip into the oneness state, when your mind remodels itself into oneness, that love can be poured out back into this person and all of reality. This doesn't mean you're going to hug strangers, help everyone. The root of love is what you're going to operate from. And what comes out of the root of love? Obviously, traditional love that we think of, but also understanding, compassion, non-judgment, empathy. See, you'll start seeing reality from the root of love and do this to strangers. Help them if you can. If you can't, well, you're only a limited person in the dream. Understanding, compassion, empathy, all these good things. You'll go about this reality like that. With a calm mind, with a loving mind. Bad people need to be stopped. So do wild animals. This is how I view really evil people. I feel like their root is love, because everyone's root is love, but their conditioning is so thick. Their ego is so dense that it causes them to do the wrong thing. And look, that's not our problem, is it? In this objective reality, they need to be locked up. They can't be released on society, can they? So we need to punish them. But in the deeper sense, I realize everyone's root is love. It's just all that's happening is how much conditioning they have overlaid on top of them. Spirituality is trying to chip away at this conditioning to show you your true self, to show you your source is love. Now, here is the issue I have found, and I'm so grateful again for the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna for clearing this in my head. I've come to the point where I can flip between all three states. Feeling like the person, feeling like the witness, feeling one with all experience. And this was an issue for me. I thought, if I feel one with all experience, why am I losing it? Why am I falling back into the person state or the witness state? And again, the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna showed me, if everything's made of truth, it doesn't matter. It's all truth. Whatever you experience is true in the time of you believing it. This is why I'm happy to flip between all three states, depending on what's happening. And what causes me to flip between the three states? In Hinduism, they talk about there are three qualities in nature. Tamas, Rajas, and Sattva. What are the qualities of, let's say, Rajas to begin with? Energy, passion, getting things done. You know when you've got a lot of energy and you want to get things done in life? That's a lot of Rajasic energy. What about Tamas? It is the opposite. You know when you feel dull, lethargic, don't want to do anything? This is Tamas. What is Sattva? It's when you feel calm, peaceful, stable. You know all those good qualities we try to cultivate? Now what I've realized, whatever feelings I'm experiencing in the moment is what flips me into these different states of being. For instance, when I have a lot of energy, a lot of rajas, I feel like the person living the life. And I guess it makes sense because to get things done in life, you need to be focused. You need to feel like I'm a person getting things done. When I've got a lot of rajas, this is how I feel. When I wake up with a low mood, low energy in tamas, especially when life is going wrong, a lot of tragedy, a lot of suffering, I slip into the witness state. This helps so much. When you're going through a lot of pain and suffering, to be able to witness this person, to say, I'm not this person's body and mind, I'm the witness of all this helps so much. The witness state helps you detach from all this pain and suffering. When I have a more sattvic mind, when I have a lot of love in my heart, it flips me into oneness and I feel one with all reality. I'm really wanting to interact, show love, understanding, compassion. And again, this is why I was so grateful for the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. Once I achieved the oneness state, I thought, aren't I meant to stay in this state forever? No, it's okay to flip. Now you've got options. What was our original option? I'm a separate person in a separate world. It's like changing channels. That's the only option of most people. I'm a separate person in a separate world. There's no out. That's it. That's your model of reality. But once I realized you can model your reality on, I'm a separate person. Then you can model it, I'm the witness. Then you can model it into oneness. You can move between these states like changing gears, depending on what you're feeling. And this is so freeing. You feel so much more fluid in life. And it just reminds you, don't box yourself into any concept. And honestly, at this point in my life, I could, if I wanted to, become a Christian again. I could find inner peace through Christianity. Or Buddhism if I went down Buddhist path again. Stoicism, I love Stoicism. What I'm saying is, once you get this free-flowing model of reality. You can model your mind to this or that or that. You can see everyone's point of view. You can flip between states. It's so fluid and freeing. And you can only do this, I've noticed, when you realize everything is a concept. Atheism is a concept. Religion is a concept. Spirituality is a concept. It takes you from feeling like I'm a method actor where this is real, my thoughts are real about reality, everyone else is wrong too, everyone's right. Because the fabric of reality is truth. Whatever you believe in the moment is truth. How many times have you changed your mind over the years? When I was young, I thought, I know more than my parents, these old people. When I got a bit older, I thought, oh, I didn't know more than my parents. I grew up Jehovah's Witness, thought it was real. I went to atheism, thought it was real. I went to Buddhism, thought it was real. Hinduism, non-duality, beyond non-duality, I call it now. Look at your life. You always think you're right in the moment, don't we? Because everything's made of truth. The fabric is truth. So we always think whatever we're thinking is truth. That's the best way I can describe it. And again, like I said, that's the issue with spirituality, isn't it? It's very subjective. What I'm experiencing doesn't mean you're going to experience it. And that is why I found spirituality is tough to talk about, because everyone's got a different point of view that can change week to week, even day to day, which in that moment of thinking something different makes people leave a comment, wants to argue. And I'm like, just acknowledge this. However many people there are, that's how many paths there are to God, to inner peace. Take Sri Ramakrishna's advice. And keep the fundamental idea of spirituality at the back of your mind. This is about oneness, unity, inner peace. We're getting caught up in all these little details, but forgetting, why are we doing this in the first place? Love, peace, unity, not argue. That's all I have to say. As always, guys, I hope this video helps you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves.